We see that in workplaces, we see that in incubators, we see that in schools, where people are adults when they go into school, even at the graduate and advanced levels. And adults are supposed to be working on what they're there for. They're supposed to be doing what they're getting paid a job to do, not engaging in extracurricular activities of whatever they might feel is right or wrong. For too long, employers have kind of been basically presenting like they care. And some might, but a lot of this is kind of worn thin, and the perspective on this is changing significantly. Uh, Oversharing is typically not a good idea on whatever the topic is. When you're at work to work. There's some things to talk about, that's fine. But also, people need to be aware of, kind of where is that line? And sometimes it's blurry. If that line's blurry, stay on the safe side of the line if you don't know what the impact of that is going to be. Employers at one point were kind of encouraging or acting like they cared what people thought about topics. You saw this a lot out in the West Coast, specifically in software, IT, Silicon Valley type of organizations, where employees would even have like protests or sit-ins and stuff like that. Uh, it's one of these things like it was really and probably initially driven by employers that were worried about not having this talent, but they were having to accommodate these emotionally fragile people, to keep them on the roll on their payrolls. But that ship has sailed, or it's in the process of sailing right out of those organizations. Now, do some genuinely care? Yeah, sure. There's some that do, and they're new agey, caring about your thoughts, and so be it. Are these probably the better performing organizations? I would contend no, and that if they are now, they're not going to stay that way, as this continues to evolve in the workplace, where people are more focused on doing your job versus coming here with some kind of cause or banner that you think you need to wave and flag that doesn't have anything to do with your work. I'm not saying that those aren't important, that they aren't, you know, worth, caring about or whatever, but is it the appropriate context? And in too many cases, the answer to that is no.